2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for... Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. The map...
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Robert Covington, Damian Lillard out there with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Giles in a power forward. And for the Mavericks, Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Luka Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And Lillard kicks to Hollis-Jefferson. Shot clock at 5. Pulls up on the elbow, and it's Lillard missing.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Doncic, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent. And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Now, here's Doncic. So the wing on the left. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Lets it go from 14. Count the basket.
You know what? It's really rare to see young players like Doncic have such offensive creativity in their game. Deadly from the mid-range.
Hollis-Jefferson passes to Lillard. He dishes it to Kanter. Porzingis with the steal. Outside Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Lillard, bounce pass. Hollis-Jefferson in the post. Guarded by Hardaway. Covington dishes to Kanter. Covington kicks to Giles. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Josh Richardson's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. Powell, he's checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard. Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Richardson. It's deflected, and he gets it back. And there's the pass to Marjanovic. McCollum against Brunson. Stolen by McCollum. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Coley Stein comes in for Porzingis. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Anthony's checked in for Portland. Powell, the pass to McCollum. Nurkic in the post. Powell on him. Outside, Jones. McCollum right side. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Brunson the pass to Richardson. Outside, Redick. Powell against Nurkic. Redick dishes to Powell. Ball's knocked loose. 1:14 left in the first. Redick against McCollum. They get it back. Here's Cauley Stein.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Trailblazers trail by 6. McCollum passes to Powell. Back to McCollum. Shoots from the elbow. Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Redick. Inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. To the inside, and stolen by Richardson. Redick passes to Cauley Stein. And he converts the layup. Cauley Stein's got his second basket of the night.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Pass to Nurkic. That's a 2 from Powell.
Well, Richardson's quickness really makes him a tough defender. He's just all over.
And so... Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from being a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Dallas?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Anthony, also Collins out there, Robert Covington out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Simons in at the 1. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Left side, Hardaway. Pass to Marjanovic. Now here's Porzingis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Porzingis has got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Hollis Jefferson kicks to Covington. Hollis Jefferson passes to Giant. And here's Kanter, guarded by Marjanovic. Now the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And here is Doncic. He's got 6. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Out to Doncic. 4 on the clock. And a miss there on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Kanter. Back to Lillard. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, But if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. That's a 2 from Powell. They get it again. Nurkic, Jones, no one around him. Out to Anthony. Pass to McCollum. He feeds it to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Brunson the pass to Reddick. Richardson outside. Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Jones dishes to Nurkic. Out to Anthony. Richardson against Powell. Back to Anthony. Unloads. 4 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. Mavericks leading by 8. Brunson with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 1:09 left in the second quarter. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Back to McCollum. This one for 3. Connects from three-point range. McCollum's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
And McCollum with the block. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. A different look for Dallas. Zinkis, he's checked in for Powell. Nicolo Melli comes in for Cauley-Stein. And Luka Doncic subbed in for J.J. Redick. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Derek Jones. Monday Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Doncic kicks to Brunson. Back to Doncic. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Here's Simons. No good on that one. And so it's Dallas. Ahead by...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Jones. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 9 points. And Shaq. And
we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Count it. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 11 now for Dallas.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Lillard. Up and in on the layup. Lillard's got his 2nd basket.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Now Doncic. He's got 8. Here's Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Enes Kanter, a guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
Nurkic checked in for Portland. Here's Lillard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 6 points.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. The pass to Finney Smith. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Trailblazers trail by 9. Now, here's Lillard. 6 points for him. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Down low. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Collins comes in for Giles. And Jones subbed in for Robert Covington. Back to Redick. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Brunson. And yes, it's good. And the Mavericks lead by 9. Here's Lillard. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Count it, good. Lillard's got 8 points.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
The baseline J, and too long on the shot. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Collins against Cauley Stein. Lillard from outside. He's off on that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Simons, the pass to Powell. And the basket is good.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Powell against Richardson. The second chance effort outside for Redick. Passes to Brunson. Excellent D that time from Jones. Trailblazers trail by 7. Collins dishes to Powell. To the middle. Here's Kanter. Basket good.
And that's just all muscle there. Kanter is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
Here's Brunson. To the inside. And the dunk by Powell.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
And so it's Dallas, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done it. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Here's Kanter. Kicks it out to Covington. Hits the 3-point bomb. Covington's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Derek Jones comes in for Carmelo Anthony. McCollum's checked in for Hollis-Jefferson. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Doncic can't cash in from close range.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
And here's McCollum. Lillard outside. Off target from outside. Outside, Porzingis. Here's Marjanovic. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Nurkic. And now we've got the intentional foul. Lillard outside. The feed to Nurkic. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
He gets that one. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
Pass to Nurkic. McCollum outside. To the paint. Here's Lillard. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Harry Giles comes in for Jones. Hollis-Jefferson subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Mavericks leading by 5. Doncic feeling it out. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Inside, Porzingis with the steal. Knocked loose. And here we go with Giles running it up the court. Covington wide open. He fires. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've led by as many as 11 points. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. 1:52 left in the fourth. Here's Lillard. Here's Giles. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Dallas calls timeout. They lead by 5. 1:46 left in the game. And now, let's take a look at the new balanced player of the game, Luka Doncic.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Harry Giles. And Norman Powell subbed in for Hollis Jefferson. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said, we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Doncic passes to Porzingis. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Porzingis with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Doncic against Paul. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. It's good. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Dallas.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Jones finds Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Covington. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Porzingis. Lets the three fly. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They got Jackson. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the shooting guard. And for the Mavericks, Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And here's Leonard from three. The rebound by Marjanovic.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Yep, it counts. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
NBA champion, Finals MVP, Kawhi has done a lot in a short time. We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Now, here's Doncic. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Down low, Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Here's Jackson, and the layup is good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Here's Doncic, following the score by Reggie Jackson.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Here's Doncic, following the score by Reggie Jackson.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Jackson against Hardaway. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And the rejection by Cousins. Here's Leonard. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
A different look for Dallas. Melly is checked in for Marjanovic. Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Cauley-Stein in for Nicolo Melli. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Kennard's checked in. Batum, good.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Here's Richardson. Lays it up off the glass.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Rondo kicks to Zubac. It's rebounded by Doncic.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
I mean, in transition, Josh Richardson is fast with or without the ball in his possession.
Here's Rondo. Following the score by Josh Richardson. And it's Rondo penetrating. Zubac, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Doncic finds Richardson. Now, here's Doncic. He's tightly guarded. He can't get that one. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Doncic. And then for the Clippers, Serge Ibaka. He's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Brunson. Following the score by Serge Ibaka over Beverley. Brunson, no good.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And here's Morris for three. It's hauled in by Richardson. The Mavericks have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Powell, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Banked in off the glass.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And Beverley kicks to Kennard. Fires for three. That shot missing. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's Dallas up by 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And catching up with Luke Canuck.
This game, it's
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
We've got Josh Richardson. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Melli in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jalen Brunson. George is checked in for Los Angeles. Now, here's Richardson. Takes a shot at the elbow. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A different look for Dallas. Porzingis comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Doncic is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Doncic against Leonard. It's good. Doncic has got 8.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Now here's Jackson. He has 6. From the arc. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Porzingis. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 5 now for the man.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Jackson. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. He doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
He was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
Doncic feeling it out and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. George finds Jackson. Stripped it away. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Porzingis. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard's got the ball. That one goes in.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now, here's Beverly. And it's blocked. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Out to Morris. Pass to Ibaka. Can't hit from in close.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Beverly dishes to Morris. And stolen by Redick. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson's running, so it's Richardson with the jam.
Josh Richardson with the athletic play at the rim. It's all about making sure you get a quality look, and that's one.
Kennard against Richardson. Kennard kicks to Ibaka. The feed to Morris. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Cauley Stein. It's stolen by Ibaka. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Beverly. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's Powell. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Kennard. And here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Powell with the putback. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in control with a 9-point lead to it.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. They had... And that should do it with the second half about to begin.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Cousins in at the 4. Hardaway with the steal. 3-on-3. Doncic with it. George picks him up. Doncic, no good. Clippers trail by 12. Here's Leonard. And he overshot that one, missing. Fast break, Dallas. Finney Smith kicks to Marjanovic. Whistle blows, basket is, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Doncic with the steal. And here we go. Mavericks running again. Right side, Porzingis. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Porzingis has got 8.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Jackson down low, guarded by Hardaway. Jackson gets the bucket.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Doncic outside. Stolen by Jackson. And here comes Leonard, leading the fast break. Now, here is George. Defense is right there. They recover it. Another shot. And that one hits back iron.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Nelly is checked in for Marjanovic. And they double up Doncic. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And the dunk by Doncic.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And that one, good.
Just 6'1", but not many players more physical than Patrick Beverley.
Brunson scanning the floor. Inside. And the dunk by Powell.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Beverley against Brunson. Basket counts. Beverley's got 4 points this quarter.
I love this about Patrick Beverley. He's just a fighter. He's never going to back down.
Brunson against Beverley. Here's Cauley Stein. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Morris. And so Beverley will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 16.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Now here's Brunson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. It's stolen. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Morris with the ball. That one good for 2.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Now Brunson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Powell. Nicolo Melli comes in for Cauley Stein. And Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Redick.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court. And then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
Doncic with it. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Doncic has got 11 in the second half. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Melli in at the 4 spot. Here's Leonard, and the layup falls.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Brunson. Out to Porzingis, 6 to shoot. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And he has really great coordination to go along with the body control. Porzingis able to convert some tough baskets.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. 4th quarter just getting started, 1 minute in the books. Rondo finds Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Hardaway with the steal. Pass to Doncic. Great D that time from Leonard.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And that one drops for him.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
It's stolen by Rondo. Now the Clippers moving it up. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by Hardaway. Mavericks leading by 14. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by Paul George. The Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. And he commits the intentional foul. Here's Rondo. The 3 from George. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Porzingis against Ibaka. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Rondo passes to George. That one drops for him.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
There's the pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Clock at 6. Marjanovic passes to Doncic. That one goes. Count it. Doncic has got 13 points in the second half.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Here's Batum. Ibaka. And Ibaka is right there.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. The 3 for Doncic. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Rondo. Porzingis with the block. From deep. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Dallas.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Luka Doncic.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And here is Doncic. From past the arc. But they'll get another chance.
And that long rebound just falls right back into their hands. That'll reset the shot clock.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
And it's Doncic missing. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. A three-pointer off the mark. Now here's Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Misses the three. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They poured it on tonight. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.
We've been checking out the 2K League.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jokic is out there at Bull. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Porter. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. And for the Mavericks, we've got Hardaway. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Murray. Offensive rebound. Bull, that's good.
The towering presence that is Ball. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Goes back up. Here's Porzingis. Makes it off the glass.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Here's Doncic following the basket by Jokic. Here's Finney-Smith. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Marjanovic passes to Finney-Smith. Barton outside. Denver passing it around. There's Porter with the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And such a sharp shooter from outside the arc. Porter just superb at knowing when to fire from deep.
Doncic with it. Over Jokic. Finney-Smith kicks to Hardaway. Porzingis against Murray. Porzingis can't hit. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Jokic. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Doncic feeling it out. Out to the wing. Over Murray. And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
Passes it to Jokic. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific play.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Marjanovic. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Dallas making a switch here. Richardson's checked in, and they get it back. Cauley Stein passes to Redick. 5 to shoot. To the inside. Tries again. Millsap grabs the miss. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. Rivers dishes to Morris. Redick against Gordon. And he makes that one.
Well, I love the concentration. Simply stated, when Aaron Gordon is this locked in, he is very difficult to deal with.
Here's Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Morris against Richardson. Millsap. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. To the middle. And McGee kicks to Millsap. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. A second chance effort. The offensive rebound. The shot's good from McGee.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot. The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And the basket by Gordon.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Here's Brunson. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 5. And we'll be back with you right after. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a
selfless. I mean, you need to put your pride.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then there's Doncic, and it's Melli in at the power forward. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Morris finds Millsap. Morris outside. The Mavericks pull it in. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Doncic outside. The pass to Brunson. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Powell with the steal. Richardson kicks to Powell. Out to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Powell. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Powell's got the lead up to 1 now for the Mavs.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
To the paint. Morris outside. Misses in close. Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Doncic's terrific floor vision in the open floor. He also understands how to be the guy to finish.
Here's Morris, and the layup's good off the glass. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Marjanovic comes in for Jalen Brunson. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Luka Doncic. Hardaway is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Melli passes to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And they'll turn over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Wide open look here for Murray. Off target with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Pass to Barton. Here's Jokic, guarded by Porzingis. Jokic inside. He's against Porzingis, and it's Jokic missing. It's Hardaway with the drive, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Here's Bol. And again, Denver no good. Here's Dallas. They're on a 14-4 run. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Now it's a 7-point Maverick lead. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Murray. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Outside Hardaway. Marjanovic finds Hardaway. Here's Melli. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Melli's got the lead back up to 7 now for Dallas.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Murray surveying the D. Barton outside with 1 on the clock, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that does it for the first. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They did give up a couple baskets. And that'll do it.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. They've got Bol. Will Barton is out there with Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter. And at the 3 slot. Like so many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Jokic inside. Guarded by Porzingis. Jokic, no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
The Nuggets trail by 9.
And if you're drawing up your starting five for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
For 3, Murray. It's rebounded by Dallas.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Hardaway dishes to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
Here's Murray. Here's Bol. Mavericks with the rebound. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the feed to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Listen, this is becoming routine for Luka Doncic. This guy's a big-time scorer who can take over when he's ready.
And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
16 feet away, and Bol pulls it down. Bol's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jokic. Green comes in for Bol. And it's Rivers in for Barton. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
And the first one drops.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Now here's Brunson. Not a lot of room. Richardson outside. 5 on the clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Denver making a switch here. Good on both. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. It's blocked.
Beautiful defense from Powell. Uses that impressive length to come away with that rejection.
Cauley Stein passes to Powell. Richardson gets a wide open look. Traps in the tray. Richardson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Here's Morris. No good that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Millsap kicks to Morris. And again, Denver no good.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Out in his own on the break. Finished off the break.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Richardson outside. Now here's Brunson. 6 points for him. And it's sent back by Millsap. Here's Gordon. That one's not going to go. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Richardson no luck. The Nuggets trail by 12, and the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Rivers. Powell pulls it in.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Well, they love to see Powell keep his eyes up and look for his teammates. The more assists they get out of him, the more dangerous their offense will be.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Mavericks on top, leading by 14. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Murray, no good. Feeds to Porter. Kicks to Bull. Now Murray. Just 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. And he sinks the layup.
And I'll tell you, tough first half, puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Doncic throws it down as the official. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here is Marjanovic. Pass to Doncic. Back to Marjanovic. McGee with the block. Fast break, here we go. And Burton throws it down.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. That free throw good from Barton. Dallas leading by 9. Doncic with it. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. Dishes it to Hardaway. Passes it to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. He gets it in there. Doncic has got 20. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that a
weird to even think that that's the case.
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Marjanovic passes to Hardaway. No good from outside.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Porter kicks to Jokic. Rebounded by Hardaway. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Now here's Porzingis. Now the pass to Hardaway. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jokic trying to free himself up. Bull can't hit. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
And there's Murray on the assist by Barton.
And the quick feet of Murray, really doing an extraordinary job getting out in transition.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Doncic outside. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Nuggets ball.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Campazzo, it's deflected, but they get it back. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Cauley Stein against McGee. Here's Dozier. McGee. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there was...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it. Now a look at Dallas' starting lineup. Bojanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Giles in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's McCollum. Misses off the left iron.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Finney Smith can't get it to go.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now here's Porzingis. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Porzingis has got the opening field goal of the game for the Mavs. Now McCollum. And tonight, a battle between conference rivals. These teams, Brent, know each other very well.
Very few surprises for either opponent tonight in this game, Kevin. I think they actually send Christmas cards to one another. They know each other that well. Who is going to execute when it matters? That's going to be the difference.
Here's Porzingis after the Trailblazers pick up 2. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Pass to Giles. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Three-pointer, Lillard. The shot missing. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Finney Smith kicks to Porzingis. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Powell against Hardaway. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Ripped away. The drive by Doncic. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Covington passes to Lillard. You know, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Now Doncic after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. From 13, Doncic no good.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
So smart in these situations. Love how Covington often picks the correct route to run.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now here's Brunson. Lays it up and banks it in.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Trailblazers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Simons surveying the D. Pass to Nurkic. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Well, the team set up Nurkic so well there. He had plenty of space, calm and collecting.
Brunson the pass to Richardson. Back to Brunson. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Simons. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Cantor kicks to Jones. Shot clock at 5. Here's Simons. Brunson covering.
More experience means you have a better understanding of who you're defending. And Cauley-Stein uses his length to bother the shooter that time.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. Free throw line jump shot. The shot misses. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Maverick. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Melli in at the power forward position. Portland with the ball. Following the score by Dallas. Giles kicks to Powell. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkis, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Marjanovic comes in for Nicolo Melli. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Richardson.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And the dunk by Powell.
And it almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Doncic, bounce pass. Marjanovic down low. Covington's there. And they go to the intentional foul. Lillard with it. Kicks it to Covington. Back to Lillard. The pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. Clock at 4. From deep three-point range. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Outside, Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. And the Mavericks lead by 2. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career,
and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Here's Lillard. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis.
Now Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Now here's Doncic. Basket good. Doncic has got 6 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside Covington. And so they choose to intentionally foul for the Trailblazers. Collins checked in for Harry Giles. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to McCollum. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Portland needs to get off a shot. Over Richardson. Lets it go from deep. Powell pulls it in. And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Zach Collins. Cantor comes in for Anthony. Derek Jones. He's checked in for Norman Powell. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, you've got to talk mostly about the agility that this young big has, rolling well after the screen.
Pass to Cantor. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Down low, here's Redick. And a lot of contact on that one. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here's Cantor. Stolen by Brunson. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. The shake. And he lays it up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Portland shooting their first free throws of this game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Nicolo Melli comes in for Cauley Stein. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for J.J. Redick. Now, here's Richardson. Here's Brunson. Rebound by Nurkic. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. 6-point game. The three. Another shot. Jones dishes to Cantor, and he comes up with the deuce. Cantor's got his first basket.
A reliable finisher who can score in a multitude of ways. Cantor is a tough cover down low.
And here's Brunson. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you could.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that does it for our...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Really impressed with the shot selection
through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Giles, and it's Powell in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. The putback. No good on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That'll be his second foul of the game. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof.
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know,
Kawhi's
got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And with that, the Maverick leaders cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Giles.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Dallas calls timeout. The Mavericks have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. In the corner, Hardaway with it. 90 seconds now into the second half. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0-3 start.
The Blazers on offense. Trailing by 4. Passes it to Powell. Here's Giles. Guarded by Porzingis. And they're moving it up. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Hardaway Jr., a great athlete, spotted a seam there and just attacked the defense.
For the Trailblazers, Collins checked in for Giles, and Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. McCollum passes to Carmelo. Outside Collins. Lillard finds McCollum. Now here's Powell. Back to Lillard. Lock at 6. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
And there's the pass to Marjanovic. Doncic outside. Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers trail by 4. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. And then for Dallas, Nicolo Melli comes in for Marjanovic. And it's Richardson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And an intentional foul right there. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Lillard outside. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, Lillard is fearless, able to take that hit and calmly knock one down and one.
A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Anthony. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Now Brunson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Simons is checked in. No good at the stripe this time. His second misses also. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
He kicks to Jones. 6 to shoot. Fade away and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Richardson.
You could tell that Nurkic was looking to get the foul on that shot, and he got the job done.
The Trailblazers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
There's 1:26 left here in the 3rd quarter. Brunson finds Redick. Buries it down low. Redick's got 6.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. There's 57 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 4 rebounds in this game. Dallas shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And the first one at the line is good. Nelly is checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for J.J. Redick.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
To the middle. Cantor inside, and he uses the glass on the layup.
This is the thing about Cantor. He has the size to muscle through contact and the good touch to boot.
To the wing on the left. Brunson scanning the floor. Comes up empty down low. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Nurkic the pass to Simons. Back to Nurkic. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Nurkic has got his 2nd basket of the game.
Think about Nurkic and how great it is to see him back on the floor. That horrific leg injury back in March of 2019.
And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Trailblazers. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. We've got Hardaway. He's out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. Shot clock at 6. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Clock at 6. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Neither team here in the 4th generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Pass to Giles. Right side, Covington. From 13, here's Powell. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Powell's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. And the Mavericks call time here. let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard for the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Doncic against Lillard. Count that one. Lillard with it. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Powell. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Back to Lillard. To the inside. Giles kicks to Powell. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Hardaway goes in. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Porzingis making it count, wants to come through big time and does here. Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Trailblazers trail by 3. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Passes to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons. Inside. Nurkic the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Jones for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks leading by 3. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Nurkic. Good on the shot.
Clutch bucket by Nurkic on that possession. They needed that one.
Mavericks have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
For the Trailblazers, Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. McCollum comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Puts it up from 15. They get the rebound. Here's Nurkic. Got it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Doncic. Count it!
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Here is Lillard. It's Nurkic, top of the key. It drops. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot. Big time bucket there.
And guys, you don't have to tell these fans how important that shot was.
And they double up Doncic. And the pass to Marjanovic. Here's Hardaway. Nice D from Lillard. Crucial possession with time ticking down.
Yeah, an opportunity to take the lead on this possession.
It falls.
And big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
And Doncic, here we go. Off on the layup.
And some people harp on his lack of height, but his size doesn't hurt him at all when it comes to rebounds.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. And now a look at Dallas' starting lineup. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, they've got Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Here's Doncic. Second chance shot. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Pass to Zubac, back to Jackson. Kicks it to George. Jackson trying to break free, and George gets it to go. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Doncic, following the score by Reggie Jackson. First quarter, just over a minute played. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. 5 to shoot. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Doncic.
Come on.
Tries to save it. Rebounded by Jackson. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for... Oh, what a play! Woo!
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Here's Doncic. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Now, here is George. And the shot goes in.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
Doncic outside. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Now, here's George. He has 6. Porzingis with the block. And here's the fast break. Here's Hardaway. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Skilled at scoring in a variety of ways. I mean, give Hardaway Jr. these looks, and he's happy to oblige.
I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Doncic against Beverly. Ibaka, the pass to man. Outside, George. Cousins trying to free himself up. And that one's good, George. George has got 10.
Amazing athleticism from George. I mean, sprinting towards the bucket and getting there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. Then for the Mavericks, Cauley Stein comes in for Nicolo Melli. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Beverly against Brunson. And Beverly kicks to Cousins. Back to Beverly, beyond the arc. No good that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And the wide open shot from Redick. That they'll get another chance. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. 4-point game. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Now, here's Kennard. Back to Cousins. It's Kennard, top of the key. Just 4 to shoot. Man. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And here's Redick, and stolen by Cousins. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Ibaka. He kicks it to Cousins. Back to Ibaka. Cousins trying to free himself up. Ibaka, no luck.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And it's in there.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
He gets it up. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback.
Old school basketball, you know, and it's fun.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
Kennard is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Batum. And it's man in its small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. And good that time.
Far from just a perimeter shooter, I like seeing Batum go to work in the painted area.
Rondo against Brunson. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Leonard, he's checked in for Morris. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Hardaway comes in for Jalen Brunson. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
The Mavericks trailing. Hardaway with it. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now, here's Marjanovic. The drive by Doncic. And the rejection by Cousins. And now the Clippers on the break. George has got the ball. Zubac trying to break loose. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Doncic. Over Leonard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Doncic has got 6.
Well, you know what? It's really rare to see young players like Doncic have such offensive creativity in their game. Deadly from the mid-range.
Now here's Jackson. Leonard looking over the floor. With the teardrop. And yes, it's good. Leonard's got his second bucket. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Now here's Jackson. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's George. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. And now we've got the intentional foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. 1:52 left to play in the first half. Cauley-Stein kicks to Powell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on George.
You know, when Powell is this deep, the defense knows they're in trouble. Sometimes they have no choice but to foul him.
A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Now here's Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Brunson. And they go to the intentional foul. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And that one's good. Beverly.
Yeah, you can't leave a lane to the basket available for Beverly, because if you do, he jumps on it quickly.
Brunson against Beverly. Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. Good work defensively by Morris.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's Mann. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Mavericks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Boy, Redick has some of the most admirable traits you want to see in any basketball player. His professionalism and work ethic have made him the player he is today.
Now here's Beverly. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Both free throws good from Beverly.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
Now here's Powell. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Brunson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Powell, that's good.
Dwight Powell certainly is high energy, and his hops help him a lot inside.
Beverly for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. So the clock. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 10 points and 2.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. Here's Finney Smith. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The lead is 2. Jackson passes to Zubats. Feeds to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
And here is Los Angeles now. Jackson deciding where to go with it. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
And the rejection by Zubats. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Dallas making a switch here. Nelly's checked in. And that one falls for Jackson. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Los Angeles leading by 5. George finds Jackson. George, no good. Porzingis against Zubats. Porzingis can't hit.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Brunson scanning the floor. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Now, here's Kennard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And stolen by Richardson. He feeds it to Cauley Stein. Over Ibaka. Bank shot. No good.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That was pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's Kennard. Good. And the Clippers lead by 7.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Brunson. The layup off target. 1:39 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Kennard. Here's Cousins. Back to Kennard. There's the pass to Beverly. To the right side. He dishes it to Ibaka. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Richardson. Here's Brunson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brunson's got 4 this quarter.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
That one falls. Beverly's got the lead back up to 7 now for Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
It's Redick on the wing. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
A little bit of savvy on the part of Redick there. Gets his man into a bad position and then forces him to commit the foul.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Nicolo Melli in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Just 5 to shoot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Redick. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic right side. And that one drops. Doncic has got 10 points.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. The Clippers on top. They're up by 3. We'll be back shortly live. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Ibaka is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 3-point game. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Just befuddling body control from George. I mean, taking the hit like a man and still getting all the way to the basket.
The drive by Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And George kicks to Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Clippers lead by 5.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And he commits the intentional foul. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles. And Dallas with a change here too. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And he could not get that one to go. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Jackson passes to Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly comes in for Jackson. And Dallas with a change here too. Richardson, he's checked in for Hardaway. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Nice work there from Doncic. Saw an opportunity to cash in and didn't let it go awry.
George dishes to Beverly. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. George, and that one, good. George has got 4 this quarter.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Marjanovic down low, working on Ibaka. Pulls it up. And the rejection by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
And that one's good, Marjanovic.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Leonard attacking, and he makes good on the layup.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Over in the quarter, Porzingis. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Yep, that one goes in there.
Knowing his team needs a hoop, Porzingis says, I'll get it done.
Now George. Zubac from 10 feet out. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Doncic outside. Shoots over Leonard. Marjanovic, no good.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for them. Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
Doncic feeling it out. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was want to. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Here's Doncic. Counting.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Now, here's George. Ibaka outside. Back to George. Puts up a three. It's off. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Up next, the Nuggets taking on the Mavericks. For the Denver Nuggets, it's time for the NBA. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for Denver, they've got Bol. Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Jokic in at the center. Murray outside. And he drops it in from the low post. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Porter. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. It's Barton on the wing. Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low. And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Here's Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Doncic feeling it out. Out to Porzingis from deep. Denver grabs the miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Doncic with the steal. Fast break Dallas. Here's Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, you can see Tim Hardaway is in his element right now. This guy, a solid transition player. He knows where to get to.
Barton outside. Pass to Jokic. And no good. Nice D from Porzingis. Hardaway dishes to Doncic. Porzingis at the elbow. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris is checked in. Murray outside. The Mavericks leading. One-on-one here. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Morris inside. Brunson covering. They grab their own miss. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Mavericks leading by 3. Now Brunson. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Nuggets have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Morris. Gordon against Redick. And again, unable to change momentum here. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Morris kicks to Dozier. Outside Gordon. Millsap passes to Gordon. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
From deep 3-point range. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Mavericks lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be... We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team.
The mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Melli in at the four-man position. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Josh Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Cauley Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Gordon inside. Covered by Reddick. Here's Millsap. Green breaking loose. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Paul Millsap. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Brunson the pass to Richardson. Over Rivers. Richardson, no luck.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Martin's checked in for Denver. Brunson kicks to Richardson. Stolen by Rivers. The pass to Gordon. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Well, sheer strength on these finishes. Aaron Gordon pushes through anything you might throw at him.
Brunson against Rivers. Richardson attacking. Barton with some nice D. The Nuggets trail by 4. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic, he's checked in for Millsap, and it's Jamal Murray in for Aaron Gordon. And Doncic, here we go. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
The drive by Doncic. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
Barton outside. Porzingis against Jokic. That shot is off. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Hardaway passes to Finney Smith. Count it. Doncic has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Mavericks leading by 5. On the wing, Hardaway. Doncic against Murray. That's tipped.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Murray surveying the D. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Porzingis with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
And it's Murray penetrating. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Jokic against Porzingis, and it's good, 2 points. Doncic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And it's Jokic in the corner. Looking to end the run. Mavericks with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
To the middle. Here's Jokic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
And Jokic drops them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
It's Redick on the wing. Launches it. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
You see, I want more of this from Aaron Gordon. He's got the physical attributes to be an excellent defensive player. When you contest shots like that, that makes a difference.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And don't go away. We'll be...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds. And that...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Cole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Porter in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Now here's Murray. Passes it to Jokic. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names. Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
Could, you know, that could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And here is Doncic. 16 points for him. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Jokic.
And I think for Luka Doncic, one thing he showed right away is he was prepared to be an NBA player. And the fact of the matter is he could be an all-star for a long time moving forward.
The Nuggets trail by 11. Here's Murray. Banked in off the glass. Murray's got his second basket.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Doncic against Murray. And Doncic gets it to go.
Luka Doncic has superstar written all over him. He's cooking.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Back to Murray. Rebounded by Hardaway.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Doncic outside, and Doncic throws it down.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
A different look for Denver. Green, he's checked in for Bull. Gordon comes in for Porter, and Monte Morris subbed in for Will Barton. Gordon inside, covered by Redick. Kicks it out to Gordon, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Denver. Rivers comes in for Jamal Murray. Cauley Stein passes to Brunson, and the basket is good. Brunson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Richardson gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Nuggets have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Gordon, the pass to Morris. Here's Millsap. He dishes it to Green. Back to Millsap. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Denver needs to get off his shot. Shoots over Redick. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, there is a will, a drive. Aaron Gordon showing he wants to be more active on the glass.
Brunson the pass to Richardson. Dallas moving the ball around. Brunson, no good. And so Green will bring it up for the Nuggets. They trail by 11. Pass to Gordon. 36 seconds left in the third. Here's Millsap. Pass to Rivers. To the paint. Tries again. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Millsap's got it back down to within single digits for the Nuggets. The Mavericks shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Here's Richardson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kicks it to Powell. And we've reached the end of the third. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 9. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. We've got Jalen Brunson. He's out there with Josh Richardson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Melly in at the power forward. Morris into the lane. Lays it up off the glass.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic checked in for Melly. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. Hardaway is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Right at the free throw line. It's not going to go for him. The Nuggets trail by 7. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. The rebound by Marjanovic. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Porzingis. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Jokic is running, and it's Murray with the jam.
Have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
And the Mavericks call time here. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Dozier's checked in. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Back to Jokic. Second shot opportunity and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
It's good. Doncic has got 24.
You cannot let Doncic get established on the interior. This guy feels very comfortable wherever he is on the floor.
The Nuggets trail by 5. To the inside. Hole with it. Hardaway picks him up. And there's the pass to Dozier. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Shooting for Denver.
First free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Mavericks leading by 3. Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. Marjanovic, count that one.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Now here's Porter. He's covered closely. Murray kicks to Porter. Back to Murray. 5 on the clock. Shoots. And Jokic slams it in.
Huge. Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
And Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
Doncic against Murray. Jokic high post. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And like the initiative there, Jokic seen an opportunity to get inside and just attack it.
Here's Doncic. Drops in the layup for 2. Doncic has got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Wide open look here for Murray. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Jokic.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Here's Marjanovic. It counts.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And here are the Nuggets now. There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. For three, Murray. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Outside Hardaway. Doncic outside. Hardaway with it. Fires the three. They get it back.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Here's Bol. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They seem to... David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For